Once you have your idea book open to the next blank page, I'd like you to title your page Storytelling, because we're going to use our owl as the main character in a story illustration that we're going to create. And in art, when a picture tells a story, we call that a narrative. The same as with writing. If you write a personal narrative, you're writing a story about you, about your person. This is going to be a story about owl. So the first thing I need to do is figure out what's happening in my story. So I'm going to make a box with 1, 2, 3 lines in it. I'm going to draw one down the middle. I'm making an organizer. I'm making a chart. So first I need to know who, then I need to know the what, then I need to know the where, and I need to know the when. Sometimes when is hard to see in a work of art. Pause the video and set up your chart like this. Once you have your chart set up, you're going to answer these questions. We don't have to answer them in this order. For example, my owl is going to be, let's see, what is my owl going to be doing? Oh, she's going to be baking a cake. Okay, so where would you bake a cake? Well, in a kitchen, of course. So I know she's not going to be outside. And when is she going to be baking a cake? I think sometime in the morning. So it's going to be in the morning. She's getting ready for a birthday party that night. So if I have a window in my kitchen, I would want to show the time of day by the sky and the position of the sun or the moon. Who? Let's see. I'm going to call her Chef Hootington. Yeah. Hootington. I'm going to spell it just like it sounds. See? Get who, like the question who, instead of who, like H-O-O. Okay, anyway, Chef Hootington is going to be my chef. Now I know not just the character and the setting, but I also know the subject, which is the object the picture is about, and the background. This will tell me where my subject is. So take a minute and brainstorm a little bit. Make a list of all the places you wouldn't expect to see an owl, and then fill in your chart. This should take you just a few minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Now that I have my who, what, where, and when, I can start drawing. I'm going to go ahead and put my name on my paper and my teacher's letter. And then I'm going to turn my paper over. The first thing I have to decide is if my owl is going to be, if my composition is going to be horizontal, this way, or vertical, this way. I think I'm going to make it horizontal. That way I can make my owl pretty big in the center, and I can give enough background information so that you know what she's doing. Let's start with my owl. I can draw my owl. Let me practice in my idea book real quickly. I can draw my owl just like my sculpture. Shaped like the cardboard roll we used to make her. Or I can make her look a little bit more owl-like by making her front rounded like this, and I can move her arms, I can move her wings around like arms. So for example, if I wanted one wing to be up like this and one wing to be down like this, I can draw a spaghetti line, and then I'm going to add her wing shape right on there. Like this. Make sense? If you have a few extra minutes after you fill out your chart and you're waiting for others to finish, you can go ahead and practice some owls in your idea book. Now, I think I'm going to go with this owl because I can make her move and do more things. And I'm going to go ahead and put her in here. Now, she should be about as big as my hand. She's the main subject of my picture. So let's make her nice and big. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sketch her kind of lightly because I might need to erase some of her for the background if I decide to put an island in here, which I might do. I think I might need a little countertop here for her to work on. So if my countertop's going to be here, it's not an invisible countertop, so I'm not going to see all of my owl. Okay, so let's put her big eyes on here. Now, to draw an open mouth, I'm going to draw a short triangle and a long triangle. See? I'm going to go ahead and put her belly on. Oh, I know. I think I might, well, I was going to make her an apron, but I don't think that's going to work out. Okay, and she's baking a cake. So that's kind of important to my story. So I'm going to make her owl wing come along here. And I'm going to use her feathers just like fingers. Let's put a spoon in here. And then we'll have a bowl here. And let's see, her other wing, oh, let's give her a recipe book maybe. It's laying flat on the counter. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to write cake. On the side, I'm going to write frosting. So you're not sure. Oh, she could be mixing up the frosting. And then I could put an oven in the background and put the cake inside. So the possibilities here are really endless. All right, let's see. She's going to be checking her recipe here, pointing at the frosting. Now, I need to add some more to the background. So I think I'll put a window in her kitchen back here so you can tell what time of day it is. Let's put some little curtains in her window. I make these kind of windows because that's the kind I have at my house with the little shutter in it. And there'll be blue sky out there, so we'll know it's daytime. Over here, she's going to have a wall oven. And I'm going to have a big window in the oven. You're going to be able to see the rack, and on the rack, you're going to be able to see the cakes baking. Like that. Let's put some more counter. Oh, let's have the refrigerator. This is a great place for the fridge. Let's see. I'm going to come out like this a little bit, do a little crazy perspective. Put the freezer door handle here. Does that look like a refrigerator? It will when I add color. Okay, here's my island countertop. She probably needs some other things to bake with, right? Like maybe some, I'm not liking where her belly ended up, so I'm going to take that circle out because it looks like a rainbow. So let's give her an apron then, like I had in mind the first time. So I'm going to make like this, and I'm going to give her a little ruffle to her apron. It's going to come across like this, and maybe I'll make it polka dotted. Once I add color and outline this in Sharpie, you won't really be able to see those eraser lines. Let's put some controls, put some controls on my oven here. And I'm going to put some drawers underneath my wall oven down here because I do want it to feel like a kitchen. We'll put some cabinet doors on this side. With some drawer pulls. Like that. There. We'll pretend like her stove is behind her, so let's make her a little fancy kitchen vent like this. So we'll know that behind her is where she would cook with pots and pans. So there we go. Something right here maybe some little measuring spoons where you can see maybe some bottles of things that she's added, maybe a cup, maybe something spilled out there because she's a messy baker. And there you have it, Chef Hoodington making her famous owl surprise birthday cake. You try it.